Hi, nice to meet you.
Same. Thanks for coming. It was a long journey to finally have this interview with you. Uh, uh, if you want, we start. I want to start. I always start asking about balance of last season. So if you could make a balance with your last season with Splice.
You mean like
Yeah, in general, the team.
mm, I mean I had a really great time being at Splice and obviously like we had to like two different Splices, the one in 2018 and this year. But I was lucky enough to have Kobe alongside me and the coaches, so it was really easy to make that transition. And obviously, this year we made it worse, so it's been a great year for me.
And overall, now talking about your year personally, are you happy with your individual performance this year?
Yeah, I think I performed really good, and I gave my absolute best, and there is no, there was no point where I could go back and be like, oh, I feel like if I could have tried harder there a bit more and maybe done that a bit better. No, I think for the majority, like I think I had a pretty good year. Yeah.
Hmm. Also, you went on Splice these last times, and now we know that Splice will be Mad Lions for this next season, and we already know the roster. So, what do you think about their project for this year?
So I know that they will still have Peter Dunn and Mac as their head coach. So I know that they will have a good coaching staff. Obviously, it's a really young team, and I can see them like taking a bit longer to get on a good level, and they might have a slow start. But I think they have a pretty solid project.
Hmm. Now moving to your new adventure at Origin. I suppose that you have plenty offers from many places. So why did you decide to choose Origin for this season?
I mean, it was pretty easy. I just knew the players that they're gonna have, and I just felt like this is such an insane roster that could actually compete for the first place. And that, for me, that's the most important thing, being able to compete.
And with this roster, this team, what are your expectations? Do you think you can win the whole leg and beat G2?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Like for me, like my worst expectation is to be top three.
Hmm. So, do you see yourself winning LEC this year?
Of course, I do.
Also, I heard that you are already together. So, did you practice a little bit with all your teammates? And if so, what are your first feelings?
So yeah, we've been together. We've been practicing for like 3 or 4 days, and I can already like I already have a good feeling about this team because everyone is really talkative and everyone is so open-minded. So in the reviews, like we can have a discussion between players, and it's just really easy to talk to each other about what we did wrong in game without someone get feeling like personally attacked or something like that. So like everyone takes criticism really well so far.
Hmm. Also, Origin is obviously an insane roster this year, but the 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 new addition that caused more like people talk a lot and discusses a lot were Destiny. So this is not typical in Europe to import players from Oceania. What are your thoughts about this player?
I had the pleasure of actually playing against him in scrims during my time at Worlds, and I already knew that he's a really talented support, and like his biggest strength is being able to see the engage opportunity and always looking for for the winning play. So for me, it was really easy to make a decision when I heard that Destiny is a potential candidate for this team.
Yeah, also a few days ago I interviewed Gilotto, your coach, and he told me that you had nice feedback for him. Also, watching the most part, I think only Schalke Jungler left to be announced. What do you think the the medium level of the region will be higher this year?
This year, I don't think so, just because there are so many rookies in every team, or like in most of the teams, except the like Rogue, Fnatic, and G2. But other teams, I believe they all have at least two rookies. So I feel like the level for this year, in theory, should be worse. I mean, the level for next year should be worse than this year.
So do you think these movements that the teams are doing, taking more rookies and that kind of things, is like a long-term project?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, I like the way I see it is that teams think that G2 is so strong at this point. It's just there is no point fielding a good roster for this year. So might as well try to develop young players.
Hmm. Um, so finally, if you want to say something to your Spanish fans, that you have plenty of them. Also, you have a clone here in Spain, Cabra Maravilla. So
Yeah, I know.
so if you want to tell something to them, it's your moment.
Um, okay, let me try. Muchas gracias por. I don't know how to say for your support, but
Por el apoyo.
por el apoyo.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah, that's perfect.
isn't pollo chicken?
What?
Pollo, isn't it chicken?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but I think everyone got the idea. So uh, just yeah, just thank you guys for supporting me, and I just hope to. I just hope that I can perform even better next year. And I know alongside Origin, I will have a even greater year.
Hmm. Okay, so thank you very much for this time, and good luck on this year with Origin. I hope you achieve your objective to have the LEC title.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.